Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Grace and I cover all things pop culture and reality television, whether it's news or recaps. So a lot of you guys have been asking me to talk about the paternity of Chris Lopez and Kail and Lowry's new child, Creed Lopez, and there's like a lot of conspiracy theories going around. So let's cover the two of them, the two main ones. So the first one is that Chris is not the actual biological father of this child, which I don't believe to be true. I believe that 99.9% of the suspicion that he's not the father of this child is rooted in racism, colorism, ignorance, whatever it is that you want to call it. A lot of people feel as though Creed is too light to be Chris's child, which is incredibly odd to me because Chris is not even black. You know, Chris is part black, part Mexican, and part white. So for him to have a light-skinned child is not really out of the ordinary, especially considering the fact that his baby mama, Kail, is full white. So you've got a child that is half, and I believe the part of Mexican that he is indigenous Mexican, which is more of a browner tone. It's still not black tone. And then his baby mama, Kail, is straight up white. So you've got a child whose DNA is minority black. So why were you expecting like Michael Jordan to pop out of Kail's coochie? Like, it's weird. And then second of all, Lux, when he was born, he did not even have that much color anyway. Like, his color came in a little bit later on, which is so normal of like any baby, even like a full black baby. Like, you know, they can be born incredibly light and then their color, their melanin kicks in a little bit later on. Like, you know, hate to break it to you, but that is not a very valid reason to suspect that Chris is not the father of Creed. I think that it's a very troublesome reason to suspect that, if anything. I feel like, okay, you know, if people were suspicious based on Kail being a chronic cheater, that would be perfectly acceptable. She's cheated on many people. She's cheated on the Jordan guy that we saw her introduced to. She's cheated on Javi. She's cheated on Joe, allegedly. So that would have been the angle that I would have supported. But this whole like color, race, like he's not dark enough to be Chris's child, not on board with particularly. Second of all, people are suspecting that Javi and Lauren broke up. Allegedly, she went on a trip and allegedly she unfollowed him on Instagram. Again, another thing that I'm not really understanding. Lauren has never followed Javi back ever since the cheating scandal broke. She used to follow him, but then when he cheated on her in the house, in the downstairs bathroom while she was upstairs with their son Levi, after that, like, she unfollowed him and never followed him back again. So I think that that's people kind of looking for a way to piece together a narrative. The narrative is that Kail cheated on Chris with Javi and the baby is secretly Javi's, which Kail and Javi cannot stand each other as far as, you know, I can tell. Like, they cannot stand each other. So why would they be bumping uglies? It just does not make any kind of sense to me personally, but that is a really big theory going on right now. People are like, look, Lauren unfollowed Javi on Instagram, then she went on away on like a vacation or something like that, on a trip. So maybe she's upset to find out that he cheated on her again, except this time with his ex-wife. No, I went on Lauren's Instagram today just to like confirm for myself. Yes, she's still not following Javi because she never did follow him again after he cheated on her. But, you know, even more interesting is the fact that she was reposting a video from his page where it's their son kind of like talking to Javi, and then she puts like this heart emoji gif that says love you, which should clear things up enough for people, I would hope, anyway. And then she followed it up with another photograph of the boys in the house. It's both Levi and Lincoln, who is Javi's son from his marriage with Kail, etc., etc. So it's very clear that that trip that she went on was incredibly quick, because it seems as though she is already back in the house. And even if she didn't come back from the trip and she's posting old photos and videos, then it's very clear that she's trying to let you guys know that she is still very much in her relationship with Javi. I am pretty sure that Chris already acknowledged paternity of the baby. You know, he was present for the birth. I believe Kail talked about him signing the birth certificate and everything like that. Chris is just like Kail in that he talks out of both sides of his mouth, you know? He's trying to have people believe that like he wasn't really present for the birth or something like that. And so that is a big reason why people are suddenly starting to suspect a lot of things, but it's just simply not true. Kail had posted a photograph of him weighing the baby when he was born, and Chris has tattoos. Tattoos are very easily identifiable. The tattoo of the person who was holding the scale when Creed was born is the same tattoo that Chris has on his arm, on his forearm. So, you know, him trying to be coy or whatever is just not cute in that respect. And then him trying to pretend that he didn't know what the baby's last name was also was quite weird, because I believe, actually, no, pause that. That could be very plausible, because Kail did not have a name for the child until a week later, and it wasn't made like in unison with Chris. She admitted herself on her podcast that she just deferred back to a name that she and Chris had already kind of agreed on back when they were on speaking terms. So there is that. Like, I do at least get that angle of him not understanding or not knowing yet what the child's last name would have been. So, you know, because he didn't even know the first name until a little bit later on, after she had already decided to settle on it. Guys, what do you think about these rumors that are starting to spread around the teen mom fandom about the paternity of Creed? Do you believe that they're rooted in racism, or do you believe that people genuinely believe that Kail and Javi would go back and hook up again? Make sure to let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.